rid of him, I want you to do like a background check and make sure he goes to a good home. Family doesn't do that kind of shit to other family. And it's not my family, it's Aaron's cousin. However, they gave it to my this leasing agent who did some fucked up shit. And that's another story for itself. But she has Rex, and I was brokenhearted, and I was hurt, and I felt betrayed. So that's what happened with Rex. It's a fucked up situation. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. The fish never, actually, no one knows if the fish died, so you can't sit there and say that. The fish did not die. Aaron was talking to the maintenance guy at the leasing agent or the leasing apartment and saying, if I leave the fish tank, will you take these fish? And the guy says, yes. Leave it here in the apartment and I will take them. So Aaron left left the fish. And I told Aaron to make sure, I'm like, I want you to clean that fish tank, make sure they have food, sprinkle some on top, whatever, and get it ready for the guy. I'm like, send me a picture so I know that it's done, like it's done. And I should have went over there, but I didn't. Men, I tell you. But he took a picture, and it was confirmed that the fish tank was cleaned. And I said, good. All of a sudden, there's rumors going on around TikTok stating that I was neglecting fish, and that the fish tank was green, and it was disgusting. And it turned out that the leasing agent took pictures of my apartment. Mind you, this leasing agent was part of the hate group or something. It was fucking insane, dude. She hated me because we had mold in my apartment. I was fighting with her about it. We were sick. I could talk about that for hours too. Don't get me started. And so she took pictures around my house, the apartment. I wasn't done cleaning. So she posted it on TikTok before I even, and this is what I did. I did do this. It's not the right thing that I should have done, but I did it because I was pissed. I took all of the dog shit that Coco did and I put it on the balcony, basically as a fuck you. Because why I did that, I probably shouldn't have done that, but I did. Because what she did was fucked up. She lost her job because of what she did. However, besides the point, she did what she did. And so that's why I was really upset, because when she gave them when she got Rex, I was like, anyway, I was like, whatever. I just gotta let it go. But the fish tank was green. It was disgusting. And so I know. God, I know. You can't tell me I'm not. Anyway, she's the one that did it. And she then, said that I'm the one that did it, or Aaron's the one that did it, and put the blame on us, and whatever. Leave it. Leave it. Good girl. Leave it. Good girl. Let's go. Coco, let's go. Come on, Coco, let's go. Coco, let's go. I remember all of that. It was awful. But they're gonna say I'm a liar. Which, whatever. Call me a liar. I don't care. Is your dog friendly? Is your dog friendly? Friendly? Okay, come. Let's go. Yeah, you're good. Catch your breath. I don't know who half these people are. Oh, what? Anyway, come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on. You should. No, I'm fine. I was going to cross over the backyard, but it's okay. I'm out of breath. Anyway, that's the story. I need some water. It was awful. And then Daddy had animals, and they did some fucked up shit. When they took Danny's animals, they put cigarettes in the cage to make it look like Danny was the one that did all that. These people have been doing so much fucking shit to us and making us look like a piece of shit animal. It's horrible. I don't even have words about how they and what they did to us. Fuck them. Come on, let's go. And then it kind of hurts me, but not really hurts me anymore, because at the end of the day, I know the truth. And it's like, I just don't really worry about it anymore, because you believe who you want to believe. But it kind of does hurt me, or it did hurt me, because everyone believed all these other people, but no one ever believed me. Besides my supporters. I can't say that. Because they know. I mean, they've been watching me, so they see it all. I mean, it was all done on a live. So if you don't believe me, then you should believe my supporters, because they're the ones that witnessed it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just my word or my say. I had so many people watching me, watching what was going on with the haters, experiencing it all. I'm a good dog owner. I'm a good bearded dragon owner, fish owner, and a mom with a toddler child. I'm not perfect, but I fucking try. I'm out of breath. Do I like cats? No, not really. Thanks. I did have 2 cats, but then I had to get rid of them. Then a few weeks later, I found out that they died. That was horrible. And then my dog just passed away last year. And that was with my dad. Oh, ladies. Whatever. So, what happened with the cats was when Aaron first left me I think it was 2022, 2023. Cameron was about 6 months old. I had to get rid of my cats and dogs. And I couldn't bring them with me. So I was messaging them on Facebook, even though Facebook probably wasn't the best idea, but I did because I had no choice. And I didn't really want to bring them to a shelter. And I was trying to find homes for them. And I was begging my mom. I said, Mom, please let me take them. And she just wouldn't. So I'm like, okay. So my cats went to they went to this woman's house. I remember my cats were in my sister's car, Tina. She's the one that dropped them off. And then I was in contact with them. I was like, please let me know. Can I still see them? Can I still FaceTime with them? Please take care of them. They have all their shots. They all, they just had a vet appointment. And she's like, yeah. So with all of that was going on, I got a text message saying that, I'm sorry, but one of your cats died. And I'm like, and I called her. I'm like freaking out. I'm like, what do you mean one of my cats died? What happened? Like, tell me. And she was on the phone crying. She was like, I don't know. Like, I think, she got like one of like the medications from my roommate or something, like weed or something like that. I don't know. Or rugs. I don't freaking know. But it was Gabbana, the chubbier one. And they rushed her to the vet. Again, I don't have any proof of this, just her words. And so they took her to the vet, and when they got there, the cat died. I was crying for about 3 days. I was very brokenhearted. My sister Tina goes, Gabi, it's a cat. Get over yourself. And I'm like, Tina, those were my babies. But again, not everyone's a cat or dog lover. Whatever. But anyway, so then my other cat was... I guess they sold the other cat, Dolce, to this person, a friend or something. And then I was like, okay, where's Dolce? Like, how is she doing? Like, I would be checking up on that cat because I'm like, you're not going to kill my other cat. And then she's like, she's good. And then I find out that I'm like, I'm like, how's Dolce doing? She said, good. She's with another person. Because that person couldn't take care of Dolce. Then it turns out that she was in the hospital, and it turned out that she had to be admitted for something. And it was like an abandoned house, okay? It was like lights off, no one was there. I was freaking out because I'm like, does the cat have a litter box? Does the cat have food? Does the cat have water? Like, how is my fucking cat doing, dude? And so I was freaking out. I'm like, I want to call her. Or I'm calling the fucking animal control, and I'm calling the police if you do not tell me where my cat is. And she was like, you're going to have to call this person. So I was blowing up this woman's phone. I was like, you better tell me what's going on. You better show me the cat. You better tell me, like, what the fuck is going on. I was so pissed. She was like, don't worry. I love animals. I would never hurt your cat. And I'm like, well, how long have you been, like, in the hospital? Is there anybody that else that can look at my, look for, take care of my cat? She was like, oh yeah, I'll have someone like come in there and check. And I just didn't like the vibe. So I'm like, I'm calling animal control. I'm calling the police. And I literally called the police, and I said yes. I said, I just gave my cats away, and this cat, my Dolce, she's like probably locked in the house with no food, no water, blah, blah, blah. Can you please go over there and check, make sure my cat's okay. And he's like, I think they did actually show up. Then I think the police called me back and said, unfortunately, I cannot break and enter because I don't have a warrant. The lights are shut off. It's dark in there. I can't see anything. So I can't really do anything. And I said, okay, thank you for trying. And so then it turned out that she got home, or she got released, and the cat was with another person. And I said, what's her information? Give me her Facebook information. So I contacted her by Facebook, and I said, I'm like, I'm Gabrielle. I'm the original owner. Like, I just want to make sure my cat is like in good hands. Like, I'm really concerned here. And so she was actually the one that was messaging me. She showed me pictures. And Dolce was actually in good care, and then turned out. And I don't know how. Don't know the story. Yeah. And then my dog. Okay, so then that was what was going on. And then my dad had Bella. Bella was my dog. I had my dog for about 10 years. I love that girl. Oh, she is my baby girl. And my mom let me take Bella, my biological mother, for just a little bit, until I can you know, because I begged her. I said, please, I can't lose Bella. I just can't. The dog is fine. And so, Pepper and Coco, stop. And so my dad finally said, I will take your dog. And so Tina, and Joe, they were, going to fly my dog down to my dad. And so that's what they did. And I remember staying with Tina, and Tina let me keep Bella that night. And then they took Bella. We had to like get like a plane ticket for her and everything. And then I took her to the vet for my dad. I got her all her vaccines, blood work, heartworm, flea and tick, to help my dad out, to make sure that like Bella was all set, that my dad wouldn't have to worry about that. And then they took Bella on a plane, and my dog got there, and then my dog died last year. That's what happened to my animals. All because Aaron left me. I can't blame him. Things happen in life, and I had no choice. I had no job. Were you upset when Mimi let Danny bring her cat, but not you? So that wasn't the mom that told me I couldn't bring my cat. That was Lisa, my biological mom. If anything, my grandma, Mimi, would have let me take my animals. Absolutely. But not my I don't think it was my biological mother. It was my stepdad. It was her husband that had an issue. So, but again, my mom, Mimi, was living in Florida, and my biological mom was living in Illinois, and so was I, until I finally, and then that's when I was living with Lisa, Tina, Laura, 3 different hotels. Aaron wasn't with me. Aaron wasn't helping me pay child support. I had to find a work from home job. I had to bust my fucking ass off and support my son and try to figure it out. And that's when I decided, then Aaron kind of got back with me. And then that's when we decided we went to Florida. And then Aaron decided to come down there when his car got fixed, because his car broke down. It was COVID during that time. So the parts were delayed. And so, you know, he kept saying, I'm going to come down. I'm going to come down. Well, he never did. And that's when we separated, like, you know, we were like, whatever. And so I was living with my mom down here in Florida during the Hurricane Ian, and with my son. It was just me and my mom. And yeah. Did it for about a whole year, and then I just then flew back up to Chicago after Aaron kind of got back with me, and that was a whole different story. And then me and Aaron got back together. Then we had to stay at like another hotel, and then another hotel, and then we had to transfer to Danny's place, and then we had to transfer to Anthony's place, and then we had to transfer to Aaron's buddy's place, and then we had to transfer to, where did we go from his? Another hotel. Then after that hotel, we were finding like many different like resources and shelters and all this stuff. And I still had a job, and Aaron had a job, and we were trying to make ends meet. And then we got this apartment with a 1-bedroom. It was good enough. And then we got into the 1-bedroom, and that's where the mold was. And then blah, 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 blah. And then we stayed there for about a year. Then we got evicted. And then the story continues on. And then we get evicted. So we had to go to another hotel. And then we had to go to another hotel. And then until we actually finally came down to Florida last year, stayed with Karen. Karen got us this wonderful place that I'm standing in right now. And we've been here, living here for about a year. Aaron has a fantastic job. And we've been doing pretty good. Cameron is thriving. He has a good school. He has an IEP. He has a speech pathologist, and we are doing good. And here am I. And that is my story. I am out of breath. It's all part of that in my book. Okay? That's all part of my book. So when you read my book, you will remember what I just told you. So remember, because because it will be in my book. It's my autobiography. When's that book coming? I'm waiting for the ending to be complete. So, I don't know the time frame. I'm hoping in a few months. I'm hoping by the end of summer. It might be going into 2026. I don't really know. I can't really say. It's basically done. I can show you, not show you, but really fast before it dies. So this is, let me show you. I'll just go scroll real fast. So it says from childhood to cyberbullying, my journey. It says the birth of my story of my sister and I, finding answers. This is just the book that I am currently, it's going to die on me. I know it is. Yeah, I think it's going to die. There are, how many chapters? There are 38 chapters. And so, it's done. And so, how does it end? I'm not telling you. That I'm not telling you. Because the story, I'll give you a little hint. The story's not over. And the story is with TikTok and the bullies. If you put 2 and 2 together, you'll understand what's going to happen at the end. And it's going to say something with the C. Because I am. Boom! Dun, 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 dun! Oh, I got chills. I told you my story is going to be heard. I can't wait. I'm excited. Never have I ever thought I would actually write a book or an autobiography. Never thought I would actually be where I am right now. I didn't know that I was going to get cyberbullied, and I didn't know that, and I'm not the one that actually decided to come up with a book. Someone in my chat said, Gabby, you should write a book about your life, because I would be on live streaming and I would just have all of you guys be with me during the whole process, just like I am now. And so someone gave me the idea back in 2023, and I was like, really? I'm like, I don't really know, because there's so many things that were happening that with the airports. I mean, I'll tell you this. This is how crazy people are. Back in 2023, I had to get it was the flight or something like that, and they were calling the airplane or the airport saying that I was packing rugs, and that to stop me from going onto the airplane. They were calling. I had to call security. Then somebody impersonated my grandfather, Bobby, said, hey, granddaughters, I'm going to pick you up at the airport. Can't wait to see you. It wasn't my grandfather. It was some troll. It was scary. I was like, what the fuck? They did some fucked up shit. It's been a roller coaster, let me tell ya. You didn't know his voice? I did. But it wasn't like he was talking. He was commenting in my live. It was some crazy shit, dude. Not gonna lie. You better give them some money from profits. I gave you the idea. I don't remember who told me that idea. Enough! No! Coco! You have a pretty normal story, though. I do. But it's not about the book, the autobiography, whatever you want to call it, my story, the point that it's not really about me. It's about, it's just, I don't know how to describe it. It's basically about being a bully, right? About what they can and how you can overcome, how you can change. There's just a point here. There's a story here. So, you know, and when you guys read my book, maybe you'll help somebody. I don't fucking know. Maybe you'll say, wow, she went through all of that. That sounds like what I went through. Or like, you know, look at her. Look at the outcome that it came. She never gave up. She fought for what's right. She never gave up on her child. There's a lot. And so maybe I can have some people relate to my book. What am I trying to accomplish? I'm trying to accomplish that it's not okay to be cyberbullied especially like in schools and online. And I'm taking a stand for what's right. And I'm not backing down. And I'm trying to save lives, to be honest. I really am. It's okay, empath. It's okay. They can ask me questions. They're not being rude. It's okay. It's okay. No, she's just looking out for me. Do you mean the trolls? What? Are the people that are asking questions, are they trolls? They are?